Previously during the investigation.
So, you want to find out everything there is to know about Diane?
Agent York, Nick is leaving the bar.
Wait! She's still alive.
Stop right there, Nick. You're under arrest for the attempted murder of Diane Ames. Emily, hurry!
You saved my life.
No need to thank me for that. I'm pretty useless. I couldn't save Becky. I couldn't save Diane.
Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Deadly Premonition. We find ourselves at the beginning of a new episode, and thus back in another place. Except this time we're not in a red room, but rather a white one. Circular room, 4 doors, no seeming difference between them. Let's try going back the way we came. No, that just takes us back to the exact same room. Except our way back is locked. Well, there doesn't seem to be a difference between any of these doors, so let's just choose one at random. No, once again, the same room. Well, this one is at least a little different. This dresser wasn't in the other rooms. The other Angel's card. We found the first one quite a while ago, but it's good to have both of them. Nothing else in here except a Modi bar, whatever that is. Apparently some lipstick. Was that Becky's drawer? Don't recall. We've been in this white area once before, where York saw the strange child and said that was him back when it happened. No child around this time, though.
Open this door. There is no turning back. You still want to enter?
Well, it's not like we want to stay here.
I do. It's better than staying here.
Very well then.
Look carefully, boy. At times, we must purge things from this world because they should not exist, even if it means losing someone that you love.
Mr. Morgan, do you want a refill?
Yes, thank you.
Is the coffee that good, Mr. Morgan?
coffee is a vital, investigative tool. I know exactly what to do now. It says to hurry, and the first letter of each line is H-A-R-R. Let's go pay the problematic rich boy who owns half of the town a visit. Polly, I think I'm going to go see Harry today.
Oh, really? He's a little strange, but I think he's the most trustworthy one around here. I think you'll have fun with him.
If you say so, Polly, then we probably will.
Of course! Now, give me your cup, and I'll give you some more coffee.
I'll see you later, Polly.
Mr. Morgan! What about the coffee? Don't you want a refill? Your coffee!
Well, it seemed that our leads had dried up, but fortunately the coffee ring on the newspaper has told us that it's time to go see Harry, and we cannot argue with that logic.
Hey, am I still a suspect?
No.
Okay, well, good. My wife and I have been living separately for over 3 years now. Diane, she's a single woman, so there shouldn't be a problem.
That's true.
I feel so bad for Diane, though. Gosh, did you find out who did it?
I can't discuss that.
Yes, of course, I understand. You don't have to tell any of the folks around town about me and Diane, do you?
No, I won't do that. But it's a small town. I'm sure the rumors have started already. Nothing to be ashamed of, right? What's there to worry about?
Nothing in particular. No, nothing at all. I'm clean as the sheets in this hotel. What's with that look? We don't have a problem, right?
It looks like Kaysen is involved with another woman in town. We can only hope it isn't Emily.
Well, I don't think there's a reason to assume that... I don't think there's a reason to assume that Kaysen is involved with Emily, so let's not even think about that. I guess York's reasoning is that since the only reason Kaysen was here was because he was involved with Diane, if he continues to be in Greenville, then perhaps that means he has another lady friend around.
Oh,
I think that might be a stretch. After all, he couldn't leave Greenville because York told him he was a suspect. I guess the news of Nick's arrest has gotten around. Let's just check the weather. Good. It's a fine, clear day all day, and there's really no reason for us to need rain anymore, as far as side quests go. So it is good that the weather won't be getting in our way today. First, though, let's just go back to our room, because we have been wearing Passion Red for a little while now. It's time to change into something else. One suit left that we haven't seen that we have. Cherry Blossom. There are 2 more suits that we have not yet gotten. And we'll send Passion Red to the cleaners. FBI paying us to change clothes. Good to see that they need to do that. So the Cherry Blossom suit is unfortunately not as pink as it looked as in the preview. It's kind of a dull pinkish white, really. But anyway, let's head on out.
York, I can't find Thomas. Was he here?
No, I haven't seen him. Have you tried the radio?
I've been trying, but he's not answering.
What about Nick?
No problem with him. He's calmed down a little. He's still saying he didn't do it. Nick said that Thomas disappeared sometime during the night. He kept calling for him, but Thomas stopped responding. I'm a bit worried. George has asked for permission to search for Thomas.
I understand that things have been hard for Thomas, but surely he's just resting at home. But I'm not against looking for him. Tell George that he has my blessing.
Okay. As far as I know, Thomas always calls in when he needs a day off.
We're human, and so we are limited. As far as you know, there haven't been any serial killings here before, right?
That's right, but that's not...
Emily, I'm going to see Harry today.
What? Why? We have plenty of other leads to follow, don't we?
He did invite me over, though. It would be bad manners not to accept.
Are you really an FBI agent? I think the FBI would take a more logical approach to investigations.
But Emily, a serial killer does not stay within the boundaries of logic. Thus, you can't hope to capture such a killer using only logic. That's why I'm going to see Harry. You go with George and find Thomas.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Great. Thanks.
I was an idiot for thinking he might be a good pick. I really need to work on my taste in men.
Hey, I heard that. I guess it's a good thing that York did not tell Emily why we're going to see Thomas, why we're going to see Harry, because a coffee ring on the newspaper told us to. Over here, by the way, in this section of the hotel's parking lot, are the cars we've acquired so far. Last time we were on Keith's car, that's right. So what should we be doing? Well, we're supposed to go talk to Harry, since the timing is apparently right, but if we're looking at our time limit, we have until 2100 hours, so really we have all day. Harry's going to wait around. He is going to wait for us. He's apparently very patient. So what else can we do? Well, as always, we can go have lunch with the cops. Thomas is missing, though. But lunch is apparently still available. Haven't tried this viewpoint yet. But that is a bit of troubling news that Thomas has gone missing. Apparently this is out of behavior for him. Looks like George is going to take a break from the current investigation to try to go find him.
Zach, we've ended up with a third victim.
Yeah.
That dive I did at the gallery. A wasted attempt to save a life. It's a real mess.
Dive. When was the last time I made a dive like that?
Oh, I remember.
Do you? It was in my late teens.
We used to go to those concerts. You and I like punk rock, but we like different types of punk. You liked hard and heavy punk, like Crash and Sham 69. I like the more twisted ones, like the damn Buzzcocks, Iggy Pop, and Joy Division. We used to talk for hours about the bands we really liked. But for some reason, neither of us listened to the Sex Pistols. I wonder why that was. It seems strange thinking about it now.
Does seem kind of strange thinking about that now.
Zach, did you want to go somewhere before we visit Harry? That's fine by me.
Well, it should be fine. We do have plenty of time. And it's not like Harry's really going anywhere. But anyway, we're at the police station. While we're here, we should also talk to Nick, since he's in the cell. But of course, first things first, it's time to have lunch. We can't forget our priorities. But who's going to be making lunch if Thomas is not here? Ah. Yes. It's not us, it's the coffee. Why not?
I thought about ordering in, but... What's with the face? I think my cooking turned out pretty good today.
Okay, great. Sudden crisis. What should I do, Zach?
I might not be a wonder chef like Thomas, but I do practice every day. Well... Come on, tell it to me straight.
Emily,
Yes? What?
I went into the sewer once during an investigation.
Okay, just stop right there.
Looks like lunch just isn't the same without Thomas. And York's feeling a little drowsy. Yeah, eating Emily's lunch actually, makes you a little bit tired. Doesn't have the positive effects that Thomas's lunch has. But while we're here, lunch was not the only thing that we can do, as Nick is being held down here. So I might as well talk to him face to face and just see what he has to say. We were down here in the holding cells once before, but we really had no reason to be here. Oh, that's right, we were looking for Thomas's squirrel keys. The right one ended up being in there. Ah, there's Nick, and, apparently they didn't even give him his own cell. There's some empty ones. They didn't have to put him in there with someone else. There's only one bed, too.
Hey, Nick.
Happy that you've got your man? No. I'm not your man. I'm just a suspect.
Nick.
I didn't do it.
Actually, I believe you. But until we catch the real murderer, you're going to remain a prime suspect.
What's gonna happen to me then? Never mind. I'm more worried about Olivia. How's she doing? Come on, say something.
I can't tell you anything.
If that's the case. Could you hand her a letter? Please? Agent...
You don't mind me inspecting it first?
Oh, that's fine.
Only this once, Nick.
Thank you. Thanks. Tell her I'm sorry, will you?
Nick, you need to do that, not me.
And now we have a side quest from Nick. We haven't gotten that before. as we never really been able to talk to him. He's always been cooped up in his kitchen. But apparently we can do something for him now. He needs us to deliver this letter to his wife Olivia. I mean, no harm in doing that. Though York did say he wanted to examine it first. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's a letter. Fortunately, the Cormacs don't live too far away. They live in pretty close proximity to the police station. Oh, I mean the A&G as well. It's all in the same area. If we take a look, right off of here is Nick's house, and there's Olivia. A&G up here, well, there's no one attending the place. Not surprising, since the cook is in jail. This will just take a moment. Then we can get back to the real investigation. We haven't had the opportunity to go to the Cormac's house before. This is the first time. I mean, they're usually at work during the day, so there haven't really been an opportunity or a reason to go to their house yet. There's Olivia by her lonesome. Well, let's just give her the letter, like we said. Yeah, Nick wanted us to give you something. Right, no, it's this instead.
What's this?
Nick asked me to give it to you. It's a letter from him to you.
Nick wrote this? For me? Olivia, I'm sorry for all the trouble I am causing you.
I'm writing this letter because I need to tell you some things. First, I'm sorry about meeting with Diane without telling you. My actions were irresponsible and may have caused you to misunderstand. But I swear to God I was not cheating on you, and I didn't kill Diane. That's what I wanted to tell you. As I sit here in this cell, all I can think about is you. Don't worry about keeping the diner open, okay? Try to eat well, too. I had thought that this happiness we had would just go on forever. I've always been grateful to you, but I've never told you, have I? I used to think that putting it into words made it sound cheap. But at times like these, words are all we need. Thank you for everything. Once I get home, I'll make it up to you. Take care of yourself. I love you, Nick.
Agent, could you wait a moment, please? I want to write a reply.
Sure. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Zach, I hope Nick will feel better by this.
And as Nick's side quest ends, Olivia begins. Same deal. Now that we have the letter from Olivia, let's bring it back to Nick. But since this is the first time, we've ever actually been in this house. Let's just have a little look around. Sounds like Nick and Olivia's marriage has not exactly been a happy one for a little while. Well, I don't know if we're really one that can talk about self-grooming. What kind of kitchen is this? I can't even shave over the stew. This is not a well-equipped kitchen. I'll let her have her onion. Bunch of other doors here, but unfortunately we can't go in them. It's a bedroom. Can't go in a bedroom without a warrant. Bedrooms are off limits to Agent York. And it's weird, because those rooms are modeled. We can peep in them. But York refuses to go inside them. Let me just do that for a second. I just want to show this. Where is it? It's kind of puzzling to me because I don't actually know if there is a way to get into these rooms. Okay, we've been in there. Here's a bedroom. It's completely modeled, and I can't actually go in. Here's apparently Nick's study, where he practices his art, it appears. Another bedroom. And there apparently is no way in there. Unless perhaps there's some part during the investigation when they let you in, but I've never seen it. Every time I've been here, they just say, well, York just says that we can't go in because we don't have a warrant. Alright, so back to the police station we go to hand off this letter to Nick, so maybe he'll feel a bit better now that he's been able to communicate with Olivia about what's been going on, and to reassure her that he was not cheating on her, which obviously is what Olivia was thinking. It doesn't seem that she really thought that Nick and Diane were getting together just to talk about art. Though, Nick does seem like the type of guy for whom, art is a very, important part of his life, it seems, just by looking at his studio and looking at his type of personality. And it did seem that he had a problem with Diane's attitude in men.
Huh?
Sure. She gave us something, too.
Huh?
Yeah, we did.
It's a letter from Olivia.
From Olivia? What the? I wrote so much. More than I'd ever actually say. A lot more than this. And she writes me only 3 lines back.
Not enough for you?
Oh, no, it's more than enough.
She wrote as much as she could. That's the best she could do right now.
Yeah. 3 powerful lines. I believe in you. I'll wait for you. I'm sorry. I don't agree with the last one, though. I'm the one who has to apologize.
Do you feel a little better now, then? Just wait until the case is finished. I promise this will all come to an end.
Yeah. I know, I believe you. She's believing in me, too, and waiting for me.
Well, I have to be going.
Hold on a minute.
What's this?
The key to the back door of the diner, there's a big bag in the kitchen. I don't know if you could use it, but consider it yours. You'll have to help yourself to it, of course. I can't exactly go with you.
Okay. I'll take this and I'll go check it out.
Looks like a return to better things for those two, eh, Zach?
Could be, but, that's quite a promise that York made, that this will all be over for Nick. And he's making quite an assumption that it'll turn out that Nick is not the killer. And I don't think he can just really promise Nick that he'll be out of here once this is all over. Though York did say to Carol in the bar last night that he was pretty sure that Nick didn't do it. You know, while we're down here, we went to the shooting range once. Only had the handgun at that time, and I wasn't really able to do the most difficult one. Something a bit better now. Target practice is easy with a machine gun. So the best item you get is a flare. Can be useful early on, but not really at this point. Oh. Inventory's full. We're gonna have to leave this delicious smoked salmon on the floor. On the dirty basement floor. Pity we can't hold more items. Also a pity that we don't have more cops on the case. Such as maybe looking for Thomas right now. It's maybe that's a priority, since he doesn't seem the type to just up and vanish. Yeah, you two, look alive. Wow, maybe those two should be on the case. They're excellent at dodging bullets. Okay, so we talked to Nick, and he gave us the key to the diner. The diner, of course, is closed right now, since, well, Nick's in jail, and Olivia is, being sad at home. So the diner is, of course, locked up. But since we have the key that Nick so graciously gave us, just pop on over and see what's inside that Nick felt might be useful to us. The key said it was for the back door of the diner, so let's head back. The A&G's empty. It's the first time we've seen it like this. And Nick's not in his kitchen, so... nice. So let's see what treasures lie within Nick's kitchen that he was trying to keep us from. Empty. Oh, a delicious flare. Oh, also empty.
Nick was like, if you could use it. But, Zach, this is great. We'll be able to carry more items now, Zach.
Right, so that's the payoff for doing those side quests. It's useful. There's plenty of times when you, will have too many items, so it is good that we can carry more. I don't think this is going to be fresh for long. Just kind of left it out there. Oh, secret. Let's see. Oh. That is just too blurry to actually see if one of them says secret. What does that say? Does that say meat, spelled M-E-E-T? Am I seeing that right? I'm not sure. But what could the secret spice be? Could it perhaps be red powder? Maybe we should take that back to the laboratory. York said before that the FBI never released a statement on those seeds. I wonder if York ever got any report back on that himself. Or if perhaps he himself does not yet know what is supposed to be in those seeds. Well, what else can we do at this point? We're supposed to go see Harry, but we do have plenty of time. Well, Emily did say that George is going around town trying to find Thomas. Since we do have this time to kill, we might as well head on over to Thomas's apartment and see if he's in. We'd assume that George has been there by now. But we're pretty close by, actually. So we might as well pay a visit while we're here. Right, so the issue of the red seeds is a bit of a mystery if the FBI actually figured out what's in the seeds and if they ever told York about that. Don't know if when York says that they did not release a statement, does that mean to the public or to their own agents as well? So you think that might be useful for York to know. Or maybe the tests were inconclusive. Anyway, here's Thomas's apartment again. We were here once before a while back.
Somewhere before we visit Harry? That's fine by me.
Thomas's car is not in the driveway. Parking lot, I should say. And his door's locked. Let's peep inside, see if anyone's at home. Yeah, there's that record player, but no Dancing Thomas. No, doesn't appear to be anyone at home at this point. And there's his kitchen, where apparently he slaughters live hogs. Make ham at home. No, nothing. Thomas does not appear to be here. Well, there's really no other place that we could look for Thomas. I mean, the only other place that he's been to that we've seen has been the Sheriff's Department, as well as the Galaxy of Terror. We're just at the Sheriff's Department, and the Galaxy does not open until evening. And Carol, her apartment's here too, right next to Thomas, but her car's not here, so it doesn't seem that she's in it either. Well, perhaps later tonight when the Galaxy opens, maybe we can ask Carol about that. As for right now, you know, a couple times recently I was trying to go back to the hospital to talk to Usha. We got sidetracked both times. We're pretty close to it now, so let's just head on over and have a chat with the doctor, see if he has anything new to tell us. Because it's been a little while since we've seen him. It's been since the town meeting, I believe. So hopefully he'll have something new to say. And you never know, we might run across Thomas. York?
You know what? There was one band we both liked. We went all the way to New York to see them play. Right, Zach? It took us hours to get to New York by bus. We got to the CBGB, but we were so nervous we couldn't go inside. It took us 30 minutes to gather enough courage to go inside. Inside, we were shocked. Right, Zach? I'll never forget that feeling. It was like a blitzkrieg bomb. song still makes me feel good. That's a sign of a classic. But it's amazing I got in without being asked for ID. Those were the good old days. Jim is a punk rocker and surfer bird, and I was so depressed when I heard the news of the deaths. Original punk is one of the greatest gifts left from the 20th century. Let's hope they're still working wherever they are.
Well, enough about that for right now. Looks like George has paid a visit to the hospital himself. Oh dear, my batteries. Is it just me, or is it really difficult to change the batteries in a 360 controller? So George thinks that maybe Thomas's disappearance has to do with the case? Well, I mean, I guess it's reasonable to think that, but on the other hand, the killer has not been targeting, men. Just young women so far. Anyway, let's head into the hospital and, see if we can talk to Usha. Just swinging by to have a chat with the doctor. Talked to Fiona already. We did her side quest, but let's see if she has anything else to say. Yeah, we saw. If by everyone we mean George and York, then yes, everyone. I suppose Emily as well, but those other cops at the station are not doing much of anything. Well, we just were there. I mean, we're pretty sure he's not there unless he's locked himself up in the closet. Well, that's kind of premature to say that we've caught the killer. Well, we don't know that Nick's the killer. Maybe York should call another town meeting to tell people not to go out at night still. If for nothing else, the giant dogs. Someone's got to know what he's talking about. Anyway, actually, hold on one moment. There are two places in the hospital that Usha could be. Okay, one is this room here, where there are patients. If he's not there, then he's downstairs, in the dead house. So George seems pretty, concerned about Thomas's disappearance. I suppose this really must be unusual for Thomas, if, George is so upset over this. Oh, by the way, if you didn't know, the technical term for a morgue is the dead room, and the proper term for the autopsy room is the dissecting room, just for future reference. And it looks like Usha is hard at work playing his MS-DOS chess master.
Usha, something on your mind?
Oh, Agent. Just the person I wanted to see.
I take it this isn't a chess problem. Is it something a little more serious?
Oh yeah, it's serious. I just can't figure it out.
Now you've snagged my interest. Tell me more then.
It's a question, well, it's more like a riddle that Fiona gave me. Now, you might want to write this down. It's a little long. Ag silver, Na sodium, Ge germanium, Er erbium, Li lithium, Kr krypton, Ir iridium, Sb antimony, Se selenium, Eu europium, and Sr strontium. The elements love you, Doctor.
What are these? Elements from the periodic table?
Oh, that's right. I thought it was some chemistry problem, but that doesn't seem to be it at all. Please, if you can figure it out, you let me know, okay?
Okay, Usha. I'll give it a shot.
You let me know as soon as you figure it out.
So Usha has a side quest himself. And apparently it's a difficult riddle. However, it's not really the case at all. See, we don't actually have to use any brain power to figure this out. We just talk to him again. He repeats it, we'll just skip that. We have 3 choices. So, yeah, we don't actually have to figure it out ourselves. It's multiple choice. So the first choice we can try is that it's an anagram. We'll try that one.
An anagram? But that alone can't be the answer. I mean, if the FBI can't figure it out, there's no way I'd be able to.
Usha doesn't think too much of that choice. We still do have 2 more. Let's try reading them horizontally.
Okay, line them up and read them horizontally. Agnagearly. See, that makes no sense.
I don't know. That could be on to something. Okay, last choice.
Okay, now, read the first letters vertically down. Angel kisses?
You still don't understand?
Of course, angel kisses is Freckles. The answer's Fiona.
In other words, Fiona is in love with you.
Oh, I see.
It's a very cute love letter. Those who have the courage to love have the courage to face rejection. And she is a brave one. Don't you think that's wonderful?
You know, just between you and me, she's been sending me signals like this for over a year.
Then why don't you respond? Is there something else you're interested in?
No, there's no one else. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't dislike Fiona, I don't know what to do.
Usha, don't tell me you've...
Yeah, that's right, I've never had a girlfriend before. Please now, don't tell a soul, promise. I won't do your autopsy if you tell.
Usha, that's a fresh, new way of saying something horrible.
Anyway, thank you for figuring this one out for me. Now, I'll handle the rest. Let me give you this to thank you.
Thanks, Usha. This'll help me keep it zipped, all right?
Agent? Now, don't.
Just kidding, Usha. Your secret dies with me. Hopefully in many years' time.
Potato chip trading card. Still like to know who decides what should be a trading card and what shouldn't be. That seems out of context. Anyway. Yeah, there are the chips right there. They get their own trading card. So, probably a good place to take a little break. Let's recap. Thomas has disappeared. George and Emily are looking for him, as well as York if we choose to. York's decided, due to the coffee, that it's time to visit Harry. So we'll get around to that when we get around to it. And we do have plenty of time. So there are perhaps a few other things that we can take care of before we actually head over to Harry's estate. So we'll be getting to that next time. See you then.
What? Hey! Hey!